All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. So, what I'm noticing is that because the Republican Party has a lock on the Senate and the House, is they're attempting to shift people away. Now, I'm sure there's conversations going on in Republican Senate as to how far they'll go. They've already shown dissatisfaction with some things. But what they're also trying to do is see if they can get somebody to jump to the other side. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen because President Trump is in office, and to take yourself out of the Empower Party is strange. They've already done it with the voters. Voters are already shifting. Well, like I said before, there's limitations. First off, somebody in a dialysis unit said that they're doing drills on what to do if they try to come and deport one of their patients. I think that's a little bit extreme. I don't know if they would do that. But now she wishes she voted for Kamala because her I guess, boyfriend or husband has a government connected job that he might lose. So now she wishes, and that's going to be big in the coming years of election. Now, I think you have enough seats where you can get through that, but it's obvious that margin is going to slim. Like some of the people, like Bannon's standing up for the people that are on Medicare. He saw that one. He knows how that was working, how that works. Well, because a lot of the MAGA people were dissatisfied because of Medicare, and they thought they were going to get a better Medicare. So Bannon's like, be careful what you do in Medicare because that's our MAGA people. Like the coalition didn't make any sense. Right. Because traditionally, Republicans aren't going to do anything for your Medicare. I mean, Medicaid. Sorry, Medicaid. Medicaid. I meant Medicaid. Right. So Bannon's standing up for Medicaid. Well, like I said, everybody hears what you're all saying, but they don't see what you're saying. Because they know fraud, waste, and abuse and all these expenditures on the Republican side of the House exist, and you want to increase it, I guess. Like, we're quick to point out certain contracts related to certain people. I'm being told that there's a dossier on Elon Musk that's going to ensure that he's not going to be there. And that the only reason it hasn't fully been released is because they want to try to add to it, like this, this thing with this next kid. They were trying to get him to do some more things, say a few more things. They say there's a dossier that no president in the world could see past. That's a metaphysical, the psychic thing. Like there's no, like every court in the world would disqualify him. Well, because the president's power is not the only thing in the Constitution. Right. There's other things in there, other concepts. I don't know the truth of it, but it's saying that a dossier has already been prepared, and now there's like additional spy organizations looking as to what they can find. Now, Elon says a true democracy. Sometimes I'm wondering if he like senses that. Well, the president selected me, so that's the people's choice, because the president was the people's choice. I will tell you right now, it's obvious that Elon Musk is not the people's choice, and President Trump is maybe still the people's choice, but by a very slimmer margin than ever was, and may not actually be the people's choice at this point. But again, that's going to affect Senate and the House, governor's offices, state legislatures. See, that's one of the slippery slopes on MAGA, because MAGA's in and then it's out. Right? What happened in 2020 can happen all over again within months, where MAGA is the out party. Right. Long pause. I'm actually trying to find my Mucinex. Actually, what I'm going to do is this first. Take my blood pressure medicine to make sure I take it. See, now that I took it, now I can see the Mucinex behind it. So that was what it was trying to say. So I'll take this and take a break from taking it. So what I need to do is get some steroid shots and get this all calmed down, or try to. And that's maybe what happened. The steroids may have won out in the end and actually relaxed my body enough to continue on without getting the surgery. But well, because I before I get the surgery, I want to try to work out And they may not be able to, the back cramping. See, now it's just released a little bit. All right. All I did was wiggle my back. So essentially, it should still be the lower lumbar, because if it was the back irritation in the back, it wouldn't have released by wiggling the back. That would increase the irritation, the upper back, that is, right? It would increase irritation, and then, right. Again, there's no way to decrease irritation without steroid shots. Right. Now, I've been dealing with this a long time, and they know it. They're lying. They knew I was disabled, and they wanted the disability to get worse. They're sick. Sick in the head, sick in the body, sick in the soul. Well, you want to project at me long enough, I'll identify you and I'll destroy you. Whoa. Conversation doesn't have to remain positive. I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I'll destroy you every day the same way I did before, if that's what you all want. So move your shit away and I'll continue. No, it isn't about stopping to speak. Because obviously that's not what you honor, or I would have been fine throughout my life. Thank you, Larry. The battlefront against the freezing weather. Yeah, my back's getting irritated, so I have to. Give me a sec. I got to put the magnesium oil. Yeah, I still can't find my one dongle, my audio dongle. They did a number on it. Disappeared it. Could be that it's only 60. Like I found, like when it's 70 degrees, my back does chill out. So there is that component to it. Thanks, sir. That's why I'm trying to get it up to 70 degrees in here. Well, it's just when we get to a certain point, the more untoward things that are said in the administration, the more they can use that against the administration. Because I'm saying there's hidden things. They got apparently a lot of information about Elon that they're going to present in court. Thank you, Larry. And again, they're still like, again, it's a false sense of security because all of a sudden they had a media blitz, right? And they released a little bit of information about everybody. And what did they do? They pulled back. Why? They want you to think that's all they have. Right. Thank you, Larry. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the pattern of practice, again, the Supreme Court lights up in front of me, they're sealed, like in mind's eye, as I say this, because, again, they're in with that thing. The pattern of practice of this administration is retaliation. And that's it. Which means when you try to fire all these people, it's legal, but is that part of your pattern of practice of retaliation? Well, then you get checked by the judiciary. Like, again, the things that Elon the things that he says shows either an ignorance or a desire to thwart the constitutional government. We're not a true democracy. We never were. Right. He tries to speak about democracy. And the question is, again, when you get down to democracy and what happened, so many voters have been spurned because the president obviously has no immediate attention in their direction. Again, I'm not telling you that he won't do some of it, but obviously it's not a priority. So he's lost those voters. No, it's a strategy. He did it. He won, and that's that. I don't have a problem with it at all. All's fair in love and war. I say that all the time. But you have to understand how that's going to affect the future outcome of the administration and its efforts in other areas. You have to understand that all this talk against government employees is hindering your deportations because those are government employees. And now my bank's releasing, but again, it's probably going to take steroid shots to undo what's happened. And I kind of wish I could have focused more on this back when, but they were around me and doing their crazy stuff. Correct. Look, they're trying to. I can tell they're cursing this because my phone the mount won't stay on. The magnetic mount's having issues, and the phone just disconnected from the mount. On top of that. And I might be adding to the irritation in my back because of the way this bar mounts. So I might have to change to a different bar mount. Well, actually, I'll use the Velcro, probably. Well, once it irritates, sometimes it won't irritate until you hit it with a steroid. And it isn't like you need steroid every day for 20 years, but you need it to have it relax and then heal. And again, when your gait is off, again, it wasn't good to be walking with a messed up gait for 4 years, right? That causes other stuff. Well, because the one shoulder blade, is a little bit different than the other shoulder blade as far as level. Right? Now, there's evidence of this way back in Naples, right? Actually in Indianapolis. Again, they knew this disability existed. I'm the one that didn't know. It's still happening with this mount. Trying to kill it. Well, just because you release your back doesn't mean that it's healed. It's just released. And then when it irritates again over time, it tightens up again. But the key is to get some steroid into it, and then you get massages. And then over time, it usually can heal because they're working it to get the blood flow. Right. My lower back isn't really, it's a little bit, but not like it was before. And I'm going to get new inserts today. And that should hopefully take care of that. For some reason, 757 came up again. I don't know if that's another airplane. Like what I'm saying is, 757 is an airplane, but I don't know if it's just the number that comes up to hint that there's an airplane thing. Heal it if you can. I don't have the energy to heal it right now. I'll go ahead and heal it. You want to sit there and curse me all day? Go ahead and heal it. Yes, I'm grumbling now. God won't let me heal it. I tried. I said, let me heal it. God said, no. So I did even petition God in the mind. God said, no. There is a price to pay for what they're doing, including the administration making mistakes. No, I couldn't even see my back or anything. They made sure of it. That's how they take people out. It's part of their criminal science, their criminal intention, their science of crime, their criminal activity. Well, there's a lot of people that are in both parties. They don't care as long as they have money. They don't. They actually like to fight back and forth. Not that they're one side or the other. They think it's funny that they can manipulate. Now she's kind of stuck at 68. It's going down real low soon. I'm going to keep going and see if I can get it up any higher, but I'm thinking I have to buy one more of these things. So let me see if I can, might be a little bit late, maybe I can get one in from Amazon or something. People are probably ordering them in, so might be a little difficult. Well, they're expensive. It's a mini one. Well, what I could probably do, like the ones I bought when I was in Oklahoma aren't the best. I was lucky to get those. I could actually switch it out, and it'll probably work. There's only like one available, and it's a mini. It's only a 700 watt. Now, the one I ordered the other day is the other day is definitely more powerful. Yeah, I should have tried to order in the middle of the night. Sometimes you can get early, next day delivery or same day delivery when you order in the middle of the night. Well, it just went up to 68. It's still rising. But what's the outside temperature? And it went up a degree, so it went up a degree in here. No, these are definitely beefier. And they're cheap. They were like, it was like $50-something. I could look to see. What kind of deal I could work with that. Now, the ones I bought, actually, they're not the best economical ones. They're smaller, but I guess because they don't generate. It's not a mini, but it's definitely not as beefy as this one. Well, if I got to buy it, I got to buy it. I'm not going to freeze in here. But it's going down sub-zero. I mean, it's actually sending me blips here as far as what I was speaking about and maybe application. Well, I've got to decide what to do. Like if they increase my disability, my VA disability, I don't know if there's a chance. Again, the deep state really ruined. I need people to intervene because the deep state ruined my ability to make the case. Like, obviously, I have it. Right. Well, if I get the money, I mean, I could live up near my brother. But again, that cold weather, I don't know if it agrees with me. Right. I know I moved colder because it was getting warmer, but again, it's not as warm as it was, you know. Right. Yeah, and then I could, invest in long-term care and that kind of stuff real quick and get. Right. Wait, let me. Yeah, definitely. I'm sensing something on that left side has gotten worse. Or actually, it's not cramped, and I'm not going to leave it cramped because I think it just doesn't do what I need it to do. Okay, that worked. What I'm going to do is take this one offline. Right, these heaters going to be one of the things I take with me when I go. Right. Well, I've been thinking about upgrading the heaters already several times. Right. I prefer something with a remote control, but right. Wow, congestion's pretty heavy. Again, with decluttering, I can, it probably lowers the dust and dander inside and whatnot. Like I say, I used to take Sudafed and like a small dose and eat spicy food, and that used to handle the whole thing. Well, if I could have saw my disability, like my back disability, the way I needed to, I probably would have, you know, not headed out this direction, right? Southwest or any of that. But again, I'm being manipulated, so. No, it's still a little chilly out there because that 68 degrees is one section. And it could be, I think it's off a degree or two, so. Where they're willing me down to not go to my medical appointments because I missed the other one, But I missed an MRI. I didn't realize it. I thought it was the 15th for some reason. I prefer one with a remote control, but beggars can't be choosy. So what we're heading into now is because this freeze is coming, people are starting to most likely order these heaters, like when I ordered my other one. Well, it's not a prolonged freeze, and a lot of people already bought space heaters because it's been cold, but we can end up with stocks being depleted here shortly. Well, usually the first day, people freak out and start ordering. So sometimes it takes that initial weather. It's going down to 0 on Tuesday night, I guess. 4 degrees tonight. -6 on Wednesday. 0 on Thursday. Then it climbs back up to 16 on Friday. The lows, that is. And then we should be out of it after that. Well, I'll tell you the truth. The ones I have are touchscreen, and I thought they were cool. But now that I think about it, the only thing I wish I had a remote. But the touchscreen, you touch it and it turns off. Like you just move the heater and you accidentally swipe the screen. Sometimes it shuts off. So I'm receiving a blip now that, the soy is probably increasing inflammation. That if I decrease soy, the inflammation should decrease also. Which I was doing, and then I tried to order pea protein sausage, like imitation sausage, and I just couldn't. It was only hot, spicy, and I ended up ordering the other ones, and they were soy. So. Larry. Like in the kitchen right now, it's probably 65 or 64. But if I walk over here, it's probably 67. Now, if I go in my bedroom and get near the heater, I probably have around 71 or so. So I definitely need another heater, the other style. Yeah, it's just like so funny because it's not really that hot. The other ones, these are hotter and have more space on the fins. The Pelonis has bigger fins than my other ones. And the tank, I don't know if it's a tank, but that front piece generates heat too. And that's pretty big. Now, the price you pay at Home Depot for that low-level Pelonis model is probably the best deal you're going to get. No heat per cost. I definitely had an increase in warmth, like a lot quicker and generates better. Now, another thing is to turn the air purifiers on, and then it starts circulating that heat better. Giving it a stretch there. Trying to see if I can see anything else. Well, they're going to present information to the court if they have to on a personal nature of the people involved in this, the Doge thing, and it is pertinent. And again, it's still this idea that we're looking at the budget itself. So if the Trump administration presents a certain representation, and the court looks at the budget as to what you're actually doing, you have broad leeway to do what you believe is right. But when you get into the courtroom and you present a certain case, if your effectuations are actually something different, then the court could find that. Oh, shoot. Did I miss my appointment? Oh, shoot. I missed my appointment. Oh, shoot. Ugh, horrible. I thought it was at 10. Well, I got to call somebody. Stay peaceful.